So, hello, my name is Ania Kubica. I originally, I'm from Poland, but I live in Czech Republic like 16 years, and we made really small garden with a passive house, and I would like you to show how on really small space you can have a really fully growing vegetable garden with all the parts and even the small orchard. And I will show you how we started and how it's going. And the second part of my presentation is the community orchard, because not every trees fit to our property, so we need find another property to make something for communities. So we start on, this is the whole area that we are using. So you see that the flat part where we can have the house and the garden is only 17 square meters, and the rest is the steep slope. We start to cut. Laser je kde? This is my really nice soil. It's the place where we are is the old like clay mine for the bricks, for the bricks. So they finish to dig it, and this is the rest of that material. So you see that this is totally like old clay, and it's falling apart. It's not even the rock. And this is the photo from the slope. So you see it's really steep, and this is the shape of our house, that square. And the garage is on the north side of the house to protect it from the winds and to make it better use of the property, because it's really small space. Our house is the passive house, so we are using the green energy from the photovoltaic panels at the roof, and we are using the rainwater for flushing the toilet and for using to the garden. If you know what is passive house, you will see later on the photos that we are turned on the south to have as much as possible the passive income from the sun during the winter, and during the summer there is like small pergola, some shady area to don't put the sun inside the house and make it comfortable for living. So this is the whole area of my garden. As you can see, the house is 10 meters, so it's like maybe 15 meters long, and this is like 5 meters on the other side. This is how it looks the first year, just we finished to make it more flat, and I planted my 60 tomatoes to have as much fun as possible. And I plant it really dense, but as you can see, when you prepare the beds and the soil really good, there is no problem with growing, and the plants were thriving. And in this year we had really good yields, but in next year I start to count it, and it was like 278 kilograms from that garden. So it was really enormous amount of food that you can make like organically. How I use the space, because I can't expand more, so I expand the season as long as possible. So at the spring I'm using the covers like the normal nets or the plastic one. We made two like hoops. This one is double layered, and it keeps the warm even during the winter. So you can see that the kales, the leeks, and some mustard greens they are okay even during the snow cover. In some years we made more beds, so the first layer was like 9 beds, and then we add the 3 VIP beds for the tomatoes. Because I really hate put the tomatoes with strings, like 60 of them, it's really not funny, not fun. So we use the system of the like cage, and we put the tomatoes like this. And there are 60 tomatoes on that 3 beds. Next to that is the geodome, the structure for my greenhouse. Because of the small space and strong winds and some snow during the winter what we have, we choose that shape to use it for the greenhouse because it's really durable and it really is working for every like sun exposition in every angle. Thank you, angle. So now it's looking similar like this. Even the greenhouse from the outside looks really small. I really enjoy it, and I put there everything what I can, like peppers and some tomatoes, but mostly the cucumbers and some of the herbs. This is like, I think, in November. It looks like this. In November, yeah. When I close the windows, they are still warm, like 20 degrees. So mostly my garden looks like this. I try to use the trellis as much as possible to put everything what can climb up and use the space in every year at least 3 times. So my bed is almost never empty. I will send you like my first plan when I read about the succession planting. I try to make it on my garden. Maybe some big farmers will laugh because it's like from big farmers system, but I'm making on the small garden, and every color is some kind of group of plants, and every column is 1 month. And you can see that the vegetables are changing in the different months to have a place for another one. And here down, I'm putting the information like when to make the seedling. So in this system, I use it. You can send it. I use it to maximize the yield, and from that year that the plan is, that was the 273 kilograms from that area. The seedling season looks like this. On my house, they are everywhere, but it's my favorite part of the year. And I put the photo of how the VIP beds looks before we put it. Every of bed are like hugelkultur. So they are with different layers, and they are really full of organic matter, because as you can see, this is the only clay. So when I put the organic matter, then it's like the pot, because the water is down there and it's not running down so fast. So a lot of organic matter every year. I put more layers, like some grass clippings or some compost or some horse manure, and put it every year more and more. Tomatoes are every year in the same place, like the 4th year in a row now, and I can't see any like diseases or the problems that will appear. But every year I need to put like 2-3 centimeters of horse manure at the autumn or at the beginning of the spring. So you can see my tomato yields I really enjoy it, and I put every one variety, one piece, so I have 60 of them. And to use the space as much as possible, they are in 2 rows, and the front row is moved like 15 centimeters from the behind row. So they have the sun all day, and as you can see, they are east-west orientation. And what I think helps, they are thriving and they don't have the mold and the problems with fungi diseases, that our houses, they are a little bit moved, and they are the wind, so blowing. So they are drying really fast after the rain. I really like the colors, so you can see my collection of some tomatoes, of some colors, or some other vegetables. I enjoy the colors and the variety, and I see when I have a lot of varieties, some of are thriving, some of them not. So in every year I'm changing and buying new seeds, or changing new seeds. And even on the small scale garden, we have the beehives, like 3 of them behind the garage. And in that place, we are planning to make the chicken coop to have like chicken forest there. And there will be the beehives and the chickens. Mám ještě čas? So the second project is the community orchard next to our house. There was one parcel that there was not using by anyone. There were like 3-meter needles and some wild roses. And we had only idea to just cut it and make the fireplace, but it was supported by the foundation of Nadace Via. So we get a grant, so we can make like bigger project. So I will show you how it starts, how it looks before. Já můžu mluvit do toho. That part is 2,000 square meters, and the whole area is lent from the city, and for 10 years. And together with our neighbors, we decided to make the orchard there and the place for meetings. Because before that, we meet together on the pavements like this, in like 2-3 times per year. But we'd like to have some nicer space, so we would like to make only the fire pit. So the project ended that we planted like 28 trees, 238 bushes, and most of them are edible, like currants, raspberries, blueberries, and so on. So you can see the plan here. So there was really hard preparing season, and I will show you how it looks now. It was 2 years ago, but now the trees are bigger. We use even on the plan, there is how we plant the trees, that we plant in every row there is a tree, and next to them there are the nitrogen fixators, and then between the trees there are that 11 fruit bushes. So in the row there are a lot of nitrogen fixer to help the trees, because this is still the clay area, and we need to help them. On the top we put the cardboard and the mulch from the wood clippings, and we use as much material as possible to stay on the parcel. So the white roses we just burn for the biochar, and the big sticks from the other trees that we had to cut it, we use for the stalks for the raspberries. And all the material that we couldn't use, we just put it inside the beds for the vegetables. So you can see the raspberry patch in the front. There is the fire pit, and that 5 rows are the vegetable garden. And behind that is like small trees orchard with peaches and the small apples. We changed the place from the grass and the needles and the wild roses from place for meetings, and we start to make some meetings together and inviting the other neighbors. And for us, it's really important because we realize that even the neighbors next to each other didn't know each other when they didn't have anything common. So when they come and they start to work together, it was easier to connect it. And every of our activity is based on what we need or what we are, what we want to have fun. And in our street are living the musicians, so they want to make the music session. And just people came with the instruments and make like jam session. In every that part, the food is really important. That we have the common table, like in permaculture activities. So they are used to that, and just they are bringing the food every time. And the best activity is the tomato fest, because it was last year the first one, and we had like 100 more varieties that came. So you're really welcome to this year. It's 23 of August in Droždin, next to Olomouc. And the entrance fee is 3 pieces of tomato in one variety. So remember that. So there are only photos like from the rest. The school came to our place to just use it for adaptation meeting. And twice a year we have like working session that we have to make something in that place. Yeah, and they are the berries. So thank you very much. I really hope that you get inspired that to make some kind of place. Don't be afraid. It's a little bit work, and you need somebody who will be the taking all the energy, like giving the energy, but it's really the best what we can do for us as neighbors and for the kids, because now they don't need us and they are just playing there. So thank you very much. If you need something, I'm on the Facebook, and the SOSAT is too on the Facebook. Thank you.
So hello, my name is Dagmar Haladová, and my part of the presentation will be about community garden in Prague, the capital of Czech Republic. The name of the garden is Botanicula, and I was a part of the project for about 4 years. That was in the beginning, in 2019, when the senior organization Elpida and the endowment fund Agora 7 find out that it would be nice to have the garden near the senior center in Prague 7. And when I came there, that was already built it like that, with lights and drip irrigation and whatever. That was really something like industrial thing. So I was happy to join and to make some life in it with other people. That's our first gathering in there. The garden, and this is the opening 3 months later. We already planted a lot of flowers and vegetables and everything. The garden was made like the sum of the plots were like private, that some seniors wanted to have them like their own places to grow what they wanted. The place was not fenced, and there were nine large beds and 2 small beds, and always there were some kind of 15 to 20 people in the community garden. There were also the terrace for teaching, for workshops, for sitting, for everybody, because there were no fans. And also there were petanque court, which is good activity for elderly. And we put also the sharing 3 composters for the people living nearby and for the garden too. My problem was with drip irrigation, because that was the drinking water source, because that was the new buildings and it was not possible to take the rainwater from it, but it sells very nicely, because after half a year it turned out that it's not working properly, so we just stopped it, and it was that was okay. We used the combination of plants. We usually had the meetings with all the members to find out what they want to have. What we want to have on the garden and what we want to plant. And the regime was natural garden with permaculture inspiration, and also some beds for garden therapy. In 1 year, it looks like that. We really combined everything. The first year we had a yield of, I think, like 20 huge pumpkins. So in the center of Prague, it's very, very nice to have something like that. So we begin with. We started with the pumpkin soup festival in autumn. We had a yield for sure, and also a lot of flowers, and we also had the seed bank. The opening hours were 24 hours per day. It was nice, but also it came with a lot of problem, because we find out that if you are cultivating something which somebody can take it and eat it on the place, it's bad idea. It's better to cultivate something that is hidden under the soil, because a lot of people were very sad when some of their yield just were not on the place. We also did a lot of lectures and workshops, because nearby there is a community center of Elpida, and we did a workshop for seniors, for kids from the elementary school, and also working afternoons every second week. And also community breakfast in the Spring Garden Festival, in autumn the Pumpkin Soup Festival. You see the Pumpkin Soup Festival. It's just the small photo and how it looks like. You can see that's really near the building, so we cannot plant it the trees, but we realize it's like that. Some of the workshops, always with some food and something to drink. Everybody is joining, and the good thing was that it were only sun for 2 or 3 hours per day. So we were afraid that the harvest will be not good, but it came out that for seniors and for elderly is great that there is in summer there is a shade, and also the buildings are with a lot of mirrors and windows, so it's comes that a lot of sun is going like that. So it was nice. We had a lot of problems, because a lot of people passing by thought that our garden is a mess, because you can see there are a lot of plants that are not in the rows, and there are some kind of jumping and are everywhere. So we just solve it like that we put the small sticks that it's not a mess, it's that it's for biodiversity and for bugs and for everything. So it was okay afterwards. Yeah, we put the compost there. We had a problem with rats, so we solved it somehow, and we had the seed bank also for everybody passing by. Also, we realized that it's good because we realized that a lot of people cultivating something don't know how to use a lot of vegetables. So we find out that we can, even during COVID, that it's good to show people how to use the seasonal vegetables. So in the beginning, in the worst COVID, we made it online. So every month, I cooked with other 20 people at home. They looked at me and we cooked or baked something together, which was very nice because for the elderly that was very hard to survive because they were close at home. After, when it was better, so we made other gatherings, but yeah. So that was it. The food is always joined, so it's good. Also, we made the prize for the best strudel. So that was a competition, and that was very nice too. As I said, we worked also with kids, with small kids. This is the workshop for bees house, small, and we made a lot of it. But we realized that a lot of elementary school in Prague 7 don't have the plots for gardening at all. So we find out that it will be nice to just have another part of the botanical garden, and this was one part where we planted some bushes. You see before, after the fruit bushes, the flowers, and the herbs, and that was the second part. We get this for rent or for free from the Prague 7 and for the private company. They gave us it for free for I don't know how many years just to use it. We begin with some tables and chairs, and it looks nice. The people were coming, and finally it turned to this. In the beginning we wanted something very organic, but after there were some company that built it because the company that rented the land didn't want something like handmade, so we find out that it's better than nothing. So finally it was everything rectangular. We started the program with kids. This is the beds we planted with like I don't know 10 elementary grades in 2 days, and there is flowers, herbs, and a lot of bushes because trees are forbidden there because they are underneath their garage. There is no drip irrigation because we know that only in like summer, when it's like very dry period for 1 month, it's needed to irrigate. But if not, it's okay totally. We did a lot of programs there. There are 2 terraces. One is for fitness and for yoga, for example, and in other ones it's for workshop mostly, and also for garden parties. And we have a lot of beds there, so every grade of some schools that are nearby have one bed to work on it with teachers or with the volunteers. And during the summer when the school are closed, we have other neighbors. They are going to and have the beds there also. They are coming and working on their and irrigate or something, doing more hard jobs, let's say. So now it looks like that. It's a lot of people is coming, a lot of people working nearby is going for the lunch there, and it's very, very nice. So this is it. Thank you.
So hello everyone again. My name is Adéla, and I would like to share with you another kind of story. The funny thing is that even if my story is completely different, it also began with the pumpkin soup. I have already shared my experiences with the schools and with the parents and with the local community on Tuesday. So I don't want to repeat the same story again. And I also don't have much time because we want to have some discussions with you. So maybe I will start to share another project which also began on my own garden. We are in an opposite situation than Anya because I have almost 1 hectare piece of land in the mountains, so it's a really big property on a lonely place. And even if we have great yields, and I'm living there with my family now for almost 20 years, I've learned a lot of very useful things there, especially in recultivating the soil, because the soil was full of rocks in the mountains. It is very, very dry place up the hill. So recultivation the soil, the water harvesting systems, because it's very, very dry place, and the support of biodiversity. But since, let's say, 7 or 8 years ago, we had several very dry seasons in our country, and almost all neighbors were without any water. Especially drinking water up on the hill in our place is very, very precious. So we saw that we have to redesign the whole property and make much more better rainwater harvesting systems. So we decided to make another bigger pond. We decided to make the new swales. And that year, we had huge, unexpected harvest of pumpkins. And we were thinking how we can make the most beneficial use of it in the harmony with the permaculture ethics principles. So how we can share this yield and make the most benefit for the community and for the earth. So we decided together with one of my friends that we will do some kind of experiment. It was 10 years ago in the nearest town, because we really felt a little bit lonely on our hill in the mountains. So we decided and found one place in the middle of the town. It was next to the square, really in the center. It was the place, for pedestrians, some kind of pedestrian area, full of concrete, nothing but there, just lawn, short-cutted lawn. And we were thinking this could be the best place because many people walked through, but they had absolutely no reason to stay there, to stop there, to meet, to talk to each other. So we chose this place I need to cooperate with local municipality. We made some meetings and relationships with local NGOs who were already well known and have a lot of contacts for different local people. And the local municipality told us it's absolutely okay that you use this space as you want, you can plant anything, but don't expect that we give you any money for that. So our situation was that we have good ideas, but we didn't have any money. That's why we decide that we will make use of this huge harvest of the pumpkins, and we made some kind of pumpkin public happening on that place. It was how we started. It was our first public happening there. So we made the pumpkin soup. We also sold the pumpkins, and that was the way how we got some money, but also how we could talk to all of the people who went through and shared our idea. We also cooperate with local students because the secondary school is next to this place. So they talk to the people if they like the idea, what they would like to do, what are their interests, and so on. And so local people will know about our vision, and we make the first relationships and connections. The most considerers were that this is place which is not fenced, that it's a public area. And people were afraid that if we do and create something, that someone else can damage or someone else can harvest our yields. So we put it into the name of the garden. The name was The Garden Without Fences. And this was the reason why we decided at the beginning we won't create anything which costs a lot of money. We didn't have much money, and which we don't mind another people will harvest. So we made it that we want to share, that we don't mind. I agree that a very, very good combination is to interconnect older people, grandmothers and grandfathers, with small children. So we did mostly the same, and we decided that the first step how we invest our money will be the herbal beds in the middle of that space. I had a lot of seeds from my own garden because I do the seed sieving and I love the herbs. So I gave the seeds of the herbs to the local elder house or house for seniors, and they cooperate with local schools, and together with children they prepared the seedlings for us. Also during the time we did a lot of different public, jak se řekne akce? Public events, thank you, public events. And we were surprised because at the beginning we were thinking that the space will serve mostly as a garden. And our ideas was that we will have the vegetable beds and we will have edible shrubs and we will have more flowers. But we were surprised how many different people with a lot of different ideas came. So a lady from library wanted to have there the public reading for children and for another people. Local artists came with the idea that there are these concrete, where is the pointer? I don't have it. These concrete walls on both sides, and they can do some paintings related to the town history. So a lot of different ideas. The children from afternoon clubs made a lot of different performances of dancing or singing and theater plays. So we never managed to have a lot of vegetable beds there, but a lot of many different events and happenings came, and really the space came alive. And we made a lot of different yields and benefits even from these herbal beds, because we realized that there are so many different uses and benefits. You can use herbs. So very first year we really got a very nice yield, and we really cooperate with everyone who is next by, and we share their ideas. So we realized that there is another secondary school for chefs, and we did here the workshop and also the afternoon picnic where we show to people and the students cook and prepare different dishes from the herbs from the beds to show how people can use it. Or we made the welcoming of holidays for children when they can with their eyes closed, they can smell different kinds of herb and then find their most the best for them, and make their own their own small bag and bring it home. So a lot of different yields, also workshop for people how they can make cosmetics or some medicinal herbal plants, and also it requires very, very low maintenance, almost no water, almost no good soil with much compost. So this was also the benefit, and also it supports biodiversity a lot, so a lot of butterflies, bees, even birds. So I really recommend, if you start at the beginning, don't have much money, don't know the interest, don't know how the people will react, to start with something really small, which doesn't need much energy even for maintenance, and then observe the people, their needs, and then set up your next steps. So this was our strategy at the beginning to create this space. I think we have just 10 minutes left. About my other project with the schools, I already talked on Tuesday, and if any one of you is interested, you can ask in these 10 minutes. So maybe just few pictures for the inspiration. Who wasn't here on Tuesday? And the good thing in this story is that at the beginning I was a volunteer. I did it as a parent, again, as an active permaculture parent, again, without any experiences and without any money, without any grants. But the good story is that it has completely changed my life, and it began my livelihood. So now at the moment my job is that I mostly cooperate with schools, with nursery schools and with primary schools, together with children and with local community. We are making not just gardens, but change the whole space around the school and the community, the parents, the grandparents, all the people which are interconnected. We try step by step to change our environment. So this is now my job. We usually use the resources we have around. So it's a very good story. So if someone would like to intershift and change the profession, I never came back, and now this is my livelihood. So thank you for your attention.
So we have some more minutes, so if someone have question to anyone, just go ahead.
Thank you. Is it on? Thank you for the presentations. I have two questions to all of you. One thing is that usually what they say about urban gardening is that it has a larger ecological footprint than if you would do it in the countryside, and if you have any good practices on how to go against that. And my other question would be about what you do with the rest of the produce and how you divide it. Do you give it over to someone else, or is it for communal use, or how it goes?
Is the question for who?
For all of you, whoever wants to answer.
Okay. So I start in our garden. There were not so big yield as you can imagine. A lot of people just were happy to have something, and we planned, for example, the cooking in the beginning that we will cook from our own yield, but finally it's found out that it's not enough, so we didn't have this kind of problem with.
There were two questions.
Okay. In the botanical garden, the footprint is enormous because it started like a huge project with a lot of money, and I'm not a fan of it, but I think the best way is to use it now as much as you can. And as long as you can.
And the first question was? We really didn't have any kind of these issues because we mostly use the resources which were leftovers or a waste. So even if the community school projects, or even if our garden without fences project we started without any money, and our steps was really slowly small with the local resources, mostly waste or the sharing of the harvest.
I have a question for Adéla. You said that you made some water system in your garden. I would like to know, did you harvest the water for the small lake from just the roof, or there was another system?
We are on a very dry place. We don't have any access to public water system because it's a lonely place up the hill. So we really only one resource of drinking water is a well, which is very shallow, and we really have to be very careful. So our water system is really based on harvesting the rainwater, and we don't have any other source, just roof. So we use only all water from the roofs. No one believed that it would be possible, but it is.
How many years did it take to fill the pond from the roof? How many years?
Is now functioning, or? I think 1 year. We did it during 1 year. If I knew at that time, which was 10 years ago, what I know now, I would do it much more bigger. At the beginning, everyone told me it will be just a dry hole in the in the ground. You will never feel it. The water never will be here. So I didn't make it very big. It is just have about 20 cubic meters of water now, so it's not very big. So we didn't have any problem, but what we are facing right now is that we have so big and so huge přepad. Overflow from that small pond that we need to make more and more swales and more spaces for planting. So if I knew now, I wouldn't be afraid at all to make it much more bigger, because it also depends on the area where you are and the rainfall during the whole year. But in our area, in the mountains, it's absolutely no problem to fill it, and our roof is not very big. We have a small, old wooden house, 200 years old. So during the first year, it was full.
One last question.
Thank you. So me and Alex, who is sitting here, are part of an emerging urban permaculture project similar to yours, where we want to include permaculture and a lot of people, stakeholders around. My question is, how is the process for your community projects when it comes to your vision and in introducing permaculture, but then other stakeholders such as the city or others that have maybe the power or the money, and also including the needs of the people around, combining these different inputs.
I was searching the word how to discount from my thoughts and my ideas. I don't know, is it good word? Because our idea, like the permaculture orchard, was really big. When we were making that, it was really big and hard. And then we realized that it's too hard to make it in the same energy the whole 10 years. So we had to slow down and make it like smaller steps and smaller parts of the project, like in every year something. Because we thought we will make it in 1 year, I thought. But now is the third year that we are making it, and now we are finishing like the project, what we should have. But mostly all the neighbors are like okay with the idea, and they are bringing some new ideas or how to manage it. In every year, I think it's better and better, and they are more supporting for the the vegetable beds, that they want to help and they are asking, because at the beginning it wasn't so often. It was like less people to technical stuff.
For my part, I need to say that not never give up, but don't give up so easily. And also, what is helpful, I try to always incorporate that. Take the best what you can from what you're doing or what you're trying to do. It cannot be the best thing that you imagine something really wow and natural and everything, and you see that others have another ideas. So try to put the most of you can from the permaculture, from the principle and ethics that is possible.
Yes, it really helped me a lot. I already did the biggest mistake at the beginning with my one hectare huge property where I was alone with 2 small children for many, many years. So when I began and started to do the community project, I already knew that I need to start small, a lot of observation, small steps, getting feedback all the time, just to use local resources, listen to the people, listen to their ideas. So this was my strategy, and at the beginning really don't make huge things which needs too much maintenance or needs big amounts of energy.
Yeah, it was for Anya about your greenhouse. I worked with a similar greenhouse and the beds were different, so I want to ask, because you have hole in the middle and you have beds around, how does it suit you and how wide the bed is?
I think the bed is like 1 meter wide, but at the beginning I made a mistake that we just put the greenhouse on the top on the ground and we didn't dig it inside, and when we water it, the water just run away from the greenhouse. So in next year I take everything out from the greenhouse and make at least like this to collect the water under the greenhouse, and the entrance is not enough wide to go in with the wheelbarrow. But after us there is Anya, and she's got really big that geodome, like 11 meters, so you will see the big scale of this greenhouse.
I have one question for you, Anya.
Okay, let's discuss.
Just the last one. How many people are you now in SOSAT? How many were at the beginning, and how many are you at the moment?
We are like, I think, 12 houses in our street, and we are like all the newcomers, so we are trying to invite the old citizens, neighbors, to come with us, and I think most of that 12 houses are working, supporting, they are changing, some of them are moving the lawn, some of them are helping with some technical stuff, but most of like grant and some when the action will be, the event, it's like 3 houses that we are managing, so 3 families, and the rest we are inviting to help.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for being with us, and have a nice time after.
Thank you.